So Postmedia, through Freedom of Information, obtained internal Ministry of Trade government documents from 2015 showing the meetings that Premier Christy Clark and Trade Minister Teresa Wat took on their Asian trade mission. Now, these notes highlight really a lot about what was going on with the intense political debate over housing affordability in Metro Vancouver at the time. What the notes show was they really underlined the strategies that Watt and Clark had for meeting with billionaire developers who are also donors in BC's economy that Clark and Watt met with in 2015. And the documents say that these investors were expected to want to know if Clark and Watt would intervene in BC's real estate market to lower prices. And the documents explain that Clark and Watt were ready to say it would take a great deal of consideration before BC's government would intervene in the market and prevent owners of real estate from obtaining what they called a fair market price. Critics would say that BC's government had an internal narrative about the importance of Hong Kong and Chinese developers and donors to BC's housing market, and these internal notes in fact do show that the government told these investors, since Hong Kong billionaire Li Ka-shing bought about 1/6 of Vancouver's downtown core in the Expo 86 land sale, that the influx of foreign capital has been very, very significant to BC's market. Where on the other hand, the BC's government at the time was publicly saying in intense political debates that foreign investors had really no significant place in the market at all. So critics would say there's a sort of a two-faced situation or information dissemination going on there. Christy Clark is not in power anymore. We're not sure what her next course of action or job is at this point. However, Teresa Wat is the MLA in Richmond. We have a very sort of unstable government at this time. So it's not inconceivable that the Liberals could come to power again, and Teresa Wat would also be involved in similar trade missions. At the same time, Teresa Wat told us, well, Premier John Horgan is right now planning a trade mission to China. So really, I think the question for citizens is, what is the government sharing with you about, the composition of the housing market, and what course of action should be taken? Should there be more actions to deter extreme foreign investment, or should we see this as a good booster to the economy? These are just simple questions that the government really should be transparent with people about.